So it's been a while since I've made a video, so I figured, hey, why not? I have the time. The competitions don't start until noon anyway. So there was something that I really wanted to talk about, though. It's something that arose mostly in the last few days. I've gotten that kind of thing before, but it's gotten completely out of control in the last few days. What I'm talking about is that there are a lot of people who start watching any one of my LPs, but not at part 1. So, for example, they're gonna watch part 73 of Crystal, and they're gonna ask me, how did I get my Lapras, for example? How did I get my Lapras? The game has been out for over a decade, and you still don't know how to get a Lapras? Jesus Christ, how dumb can you be? And on top of that, instead of asking the question, just watch the previous videos! How complicated can that be? That is bullshit! How can anyone be so dumb as to ask the question before watching the LP itself anyway? What idiots! Okay, I'm gonna calm down. Trying to calm down. Trying to not think of how stupid people can be. Okay, but seriously, come on. I don't know why, but over the last few days, I swear at least 30% of the comments I got were from people asking, where did I get my Alakazam? Where did I get my Gengar? Where did I get my Kirlia? Where did I get this? Where did I get that? Watch us running out of pay! Douchebags! Okay, I better stop, else the police is gonna come knocking on the door, and I don't really want that. So, anyway, I'm going to move on to someone else I'm just going to be driven batshit insane. Wait, that's already done. Oh, a heart scale. I was looking for maybe something on those boulders because they looked suspicious, but I didn't think I'd get a heart scale from that. Not that I'm planning on using them. Oh, okay, it's Wally. I was about to go apeshit again because of a useless Pokénav call. Well, I was about to say Pokegear for a moment, so I wasn't 100% sure. And this is the daycare. And this man here is going to look after your Pokemon. And there's a little tip I'd like to share with you. You probably already know it, but if you don't know it, this man, as you can see, is one step behind his fans, okay? But when he's got an egg for you, you can see it instantly without even talking to him because he's gonna be right next to his fans when he's got an egg for you. And it works the same in Generation 4, except when he's got no egg, he's at the same level as his fans, and when he's got an egg, he will be one step in front of his fans, but that's for Generation 4. Okay, we got a few berries here that I'm going to collect after this battle. And what a coincidence! This is a triathlete, and we're in the middle of the Olympics. And don't worry, I'm not going to complain about how terrible the coverage is. I've already done so on Libeldra, and I've talked to a few people over there, and apparently Canada isn't the only country with that problem. Give us some competitions instead of athlete profile after athlete profile, after video package, after... just show us the damn competitions! And I said I wouldn't complain about it, but I just did, it seems. But apparently Canada isn't the only country with that problem, and it gets especially frustrating when you can watch 4 channels, but nothing has what you want to watch. Oh, I might have dropped to last during that battle. Then why do you fight me in the first place? You were in the middle of a marathon. You wouldn't see that at the Olympics. No serious athletes get distracted during a competition. That's horrible. Maybe you need a change of career. Maybe if you want to mix Pokemon and triathlons, may I suggest Goldenrod by any chance? And by the way, while I'm talking about it, they changed the Pokémon's name for the English version. It's now called Pokéathlon. Now, Pokéathlon was already a bit on the tough side to pronounce, but Pokéathlon, well, this just goes right off your tongue, doesn't it? Pokéathlon. Gotta get used to it and maybe pronounce it a little faster, because really, I'm having trouble with that. Oh, and by the way, I hate these Pokemon breeders, because just about every last one of them in this game have 6 Pokemon. 6 very weak Pokemon. So while I'm gonna fight sometimes level 16, level 17, here I'm fighting an army of level 11 Pokemon, and that's pathetically easy. Well, at least they give good experience, but other than that, bleh. But anyway, I've already visited the daycare in this video, but I'm gonna come back here later because I've already mentioned that I was gonna have a Milotic on my team, and I want that Milotic to be able to cross mountains, rivers, and oceans. Okay, I apologize, that was a horrible joke to do. But it's gonna have surf, so at least it's gonna be able to cross rivers and oceans. Okay, that's enough. But seriously, I want to have a Milotic with Hypnosis, and the easiest way to do that is through a breeding chain. So for those of you who didn't understand my explanation of a breeding chain in my Crystal LP, well, you're going to have a second shot at it by actually seeing one, see how that works. But anyway, moving on, lately I've been talking about the reward Pokemon you get from Ranger 3 that you can download into your Generation 4 games. I've already mentioned that Heatran gets Eruption, and that Deoxys gets new moves depending on which form you catch it in Ranger 3. If you catch the Fire Red form, you're gonna get Meteor Mash, and if you catch the Leaf Green form, you're gonna get Detect. No joke, Detect. Seriously, this is fucking pathetic. It's the same thing as the Universal Protect, but with less PP. What's the point? And I'm going to cover this right now because I'm sure someone's gonna ask me about it, even though it's been known for over a decade. Again, Protect, Detect, and even Endure run off the same counter, so you can't alternate between the two, so you make sure they never fail, because Game Freak at least saw them coming, so no, you can't alternate between the two. If you use Protect one turn, it's guaranteed to work, but the next turn you use Detect, and it only has a 50% chance of working. Same for any combination of those 3 moves that you can think of. So no, it doesn't work. Okay? Now, don't ask. I do not want anyone to ask this until the end of my days! And now I'm just begging for armies of people to ask the same question as a joke, and I suggest that they don't. Don't take any chances with me because you don't know how it's gonna turn out for you. Okay? Anyway, what I wanted to say is that the other 2 forms of Deoxys, that is Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, they don't get jack shit. They don't get a new move at all. Nothing! Because the movesets are on Cerebi now, and they have absolutely nothing new. So for all intents and purposes, Deoxys only gets Meteor Mash. Detect, of course, doesn't count. So there are also a Manaphy and a Shaymin that you can get through Ranger 3. They don't get any new moves at all. Well, it's not like they really need new moves to have people wanting them, because, hey, it's Manaphy and Shaymin. It's not like there are many ways to get those 2, so, yeah. This is probably going to be a big buying point for a lot of people, and the Deoxys as well, even with all the brand new moves. It's still a Deoxys, so even if it didn't get anything, it's still pretty fun. So that's gonna be it for today. I don't know when I'm going to make the next video, and I'm cutting this right now because I know there's another Pokemon breeder with an army of 6 Pokemon on their team, so I'm gonna stop it right now, and the next video will be done whenever I feel like it, I guess.